So just to fill you in a little bit about what pound seizure is, there are three kinds of issues that we deal with. Pound seizure is actually legislated, where if a researcher wants an animal, they are legally able to waltz into the pound and take whatever animals they want. What we have in Ontario and Canada, in Ontario particularly under the Animals for Research Act, is a thing called pound release. And that means if the researchers want the animal, they requisition the pound, and for a certain type of animal, mostly dogs, sometimes cats. And in that requisition, if the municipality feels that they can fulfill that requisition, they are required to by law, but the institution cannot come in and take the animal from the facility. So there's a little bit of a barrier there. And then in most cases that we have in Canada is that there's a legislative void. There's no legislation which says either way. And so what we find, for example, in Quebec, where there are lots of animals in municipal pounds and shelters in Montreal, about 50,000 a year, simply unmanageable in terms of finding homes, that these are animals that are highly available for researchers. And I think, although we have no particular record for it because you can't get the records, is that they're probably shipped all over the country for these purposes. So what is public opinion about pound seizure? There's lots of opposition to pound seizure out there. About 50% of us in Canada share homes with dogs and cats. And so we have a very natural clientele. Some of the polls show that anywhere around 75% of the public are opposed to the use of animals for research. And in fact, there are many prestigious institutions that have decided that they're no longer going to use pound dogs and cats for research. This is just some interesting information that a poll was done by the National Institutes of Health, who use a lot of animals in research but don't use pound animals. And this is a poll that was done for them about attitudes about pets. And what they're finding is, of course, as we become closer and closer to our pets and they're part of our family, we spend more money on them, as some of the news coverage has been showing of late on CBC. That we are less inclined to feel that if our animal got lost and ended up in the pound, it would be okay for that animal to go to research. So that's very good for us that there's that growing sentiment. And this is just another poll that was done by Ipsos Reid in the States, and it looks at the trades-off, about the benefits that humans get from researching on animals and the welfare considerations with regard to that. And as you can see there, very interestingly, there's a greater propensity to look at the welfare issue these days than at the actual benefits. And I think because we're seeing a lot of locked labs and inaccessible researchers to talk about this stuff, is that they're feeling this change in public opinion. Massachusetts has the best legislation. They not only ban the use of pound animals in Massachusetts, but they ban the import of pound animals from other states and countries into Massachusetts. And of course, as you know, in Massachusetts, I put the names on, there are many high-level research institutions there. Many of them do use animals for research, but have decided or been told that they are not going to use pound dogs. And in fact, their research has continued on regardless. So some of the research institutions that are well known that don't use pound dogs and have actually spoken out about it is Boston, Harvard, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Johns Hopkins University, and the National Institutes of Health and the National Institutes of Mental Health. All of these institutions have spoken out about not using pound dogs for research. I just wanted to bring the faces to it. These pictures, this on the next slide, are pictures taken at the University of Guelph of pound dogs who were taken out of pounds in the local areas and were research subjects. And as you can see how barren the cages are. In the bottom right of this, how terrified the little dog with the surgery patch on his back is. It's very interesting, the face of research. And the real face of research, I think, is a story about Royal. This happened a number of years ago, but it was an entry into what actually happened to these animals. So Royal is the golden retriever. He is 13 years old. He was part of a family that lived with the Lord Bishop in Dundalk, Ontario, and Wally, his buddy. They had just moved from Alberta. This dog had, and he got lost. He wandered off his property. The person who picked him up didn't know who he was, didn't know where to take him, so she called the local pound guy. He came and picked him up. He kept him for 2 days. Contrary to the Animals for Research Act, this dog had a collar on, his name, he'd been treated for hot spots, he'd been groomed. There was every indication that this dog was a well-loved companion, and yet that was ignored. The pound had a relationship with the University of Guelph. Any animal that needed to be euthanized, they would put in a truck, drive to the University of Guelph. The University of Guelph would keep the dogs that they wanted to research on and kill the rest. It was a great service that the University of Guelph was giving to this pound. And so Royal walked off the truck at age 13, and they said, there's no reason to keep this dog, we're not going to research on him. They killed him immediately. They did not look at him. They did not examine him. They did not check. They did not do anything. Both the pound and the research facility were in violation of the Animals for Research Act in this particular situation. And yet the pound was prosecuted by the Ontario Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs, which is the entity that does this, but nothing was done to the research facility. So this, I can send people this. This is just the story of what happened to him, which is what I just told. So what's happening in Canada? So this is the statistics. What we find is that dogs and cats are on the rise in use, and these are random source dogs and cats. So that means they come from pounds and shelters across Canada, and those numbers are on the increase, which is extremely disappointing to many of us who are working on this issue actively. The good thing is we've had an active campaign in Ontario for a very, very long period of time, and as you can see that even though pound animals are going up in the rest of Canada, in Ontario, in fact, they are going down. We're down at about 500. That's not really great. It's difficult to tell. They keep animals used in research in Ontario. If somebody brings their dog in to give a blood donation, that's considered a research animal. So there are many animals that are mixed up that aren't necessarily lab animals used in laboratories. However, the number is still way too high, but certainly much better than what is going on. It's going opposite to what is going on in the rest of Canada. So the question is, if that's happening, how do we bring about change? Like we have this enormous amount of resistance and sedentary activity in the research community and with the legislatures. How do we bring about change? We have huge hurdles to overcome. We have federal and provincial governments, all of which conduct research. We have municipalities and their animal control agencies that are complicit in the delivery of animals to those research facilities. We have governing bodies like the Canadian, the CCAC, Canadian Council for Animal Care, Canadians for Health Research, and NSERC, all of which govern this issue and really do very little to try and prevent or reduce the numbers of animals that are used in research. We have education institutions that have a driving need, they say, to have these animals. And then we have the disease charities and the lobbies, all of which want these animals to make sure that humans are taken care of. So the hurdles are, can we overcome them? So what I thought I would do today very quickly is to give you 2 case studies of success. And I'm hoping that in doing these 2 case studies, perhaps we can inspire other people in this room to do the same thing. So the first case study is about the Ontario Veterinary College. We started a campaign in 2009 to end the use of live terminal surgeries at the Ontario Veterinary College. And the case study number 2 was, the campaign was to stop the sale of lost dogs from the Winnipeg Pound to the University of Manitoba. So this case number 1, college, we tried to have a clearly defined and measurable goal so that we could say whether we were able to be successful in this. And so it was pretty clear. We wanted a live end of terminal surgeries for training students in veterinary colleges in Canada. And it was important to understand whether this was achievable. Our assessment was that it was eminently achievable, given that there were other colleges, veterinary colleges, that didn't use animals. In fact, the Ontario Veterinary College was the last moved to doing it only with one animal. And they moved to, this is the crazy part, to sterilizing the animals and then killing them. Okay? So they weren't even doing other research. They were sterilizing and then killing them. And so there were a number of students who said, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to kill my dog. And so they had to offer a cadaver program. And the minute they did that, they were in violation of the Canadian Council on Animal Care Guidelines, which said if there's an alternative, you can't lose live animals. In 2009, we approached we were approached by an international veterinary student, Anya Shenko, who was studying to get her to formalize her veterinary education at the OBC, and she didn't want to kill her dog. There were 40 students, and she was the only one that opposed. And the university gave her a very hard time. She had to hire a lawyer. She went through a whole bunch of stuff. They tried to withhold her graduating. They were going to take away her money. There were all kinds of threats. She had to get a lawyer to do that. In the end, she won. And out of the 40 dogs, one survived. The other 39 died, and her dog name was Rainbow. And that dog, which was a purpose-bred dog in this case, was adopted to a nearby family. We wrote a report, and we met with the dean of the college, Elizabeth Stone, who thought we were crazy and said she wasn't going to do anything about it. Thank you very much. Live terminal surgery was the way to go, and it was the only way to train students, and so on and so forth. So we approached the CCAC, the governing body, which says how regulatory issues should work. And in fact, as you can see here, we wrote a letter saying that they were in violation of the voluntary measures that they set out for community colleges. And in fact, the community colleges and education facilities get a certificate of good animal practice if they comply with the regulations according to CCAC. So we wrote and said, we want you to remove that certificate because you're not complying with your own regulations. And included in the complaint was how it all happened. As you can see, in our letter back from Clement Gauthier, the head of the CCAC at the time, said that he thought that the University of Guelph was trying very hard to make change, and that thank you very much, they were going to remove the certificate of practice, and they weren't going to certainly stop them from doing live joint surgeries. We approached other veterinary organizations, all of which didn't want to be bothered to be involved, and so we find just in the States, they have the dogs come from both pounds and what they call Class B dealers, which are bunchers of dogs. In Canada, we have a much easier fight because mostly they come from municipal pounds and shelters. The other problem, the other hurdle that we had was the municipality. Many municipalities allow their animals to go to research in Guelph because the Guelph Humane Society had a contract. No animals went to research, so that hurdle was removed. So what we need to do in that campaign, we needed to notify the students in Guelph what was happening. We needed to notify the OVC staff about what we were doing. We needed to notify the alumni about what the campaign was going to look like. We needed to notify the public, and we need to make an election issue. So we brought the issue directly to the students' attention. This was a radio ad that research showed that 93 dogs were sold to the university in 2001. The average age of the dog, despite what the city and the university said about taking old and unwanted dogs, is the average age is 19 months. They held the dogs for only 12 days. Most were admitted as stray, but some were surrendered as family pets. And they went to research as well. Many of them were friendly, obviously family pets. And although they were not allowed to do so, some of the dogs were used in chronic experiments, not in acute experiments. So then we approached the city to see if we could put it on the agenda and have a discussion about it. As you can see, Mayor Glenn Murray, who is now our Minister of Transport in Ontario, was the mayor at the time, and he simply refused to meet with us. And so we, of course, again wrote to the CCAC, and they said, too bad, so sad, but we're not going to help you. And so we did a meeting, we did a press conference to appeal to the mayor and council and media. Again, got no response. So we decided to participate in the upcoming election. We found four councillors who supported our position. We went and supported them, and this is one of the responses that we got from one of the councillors who actually went in support and said he was good to go with us. We ran a radio ad, which became the talk of the town. The tagline is, if Mayor Glenn Murray can't run a dog pen, what makes you think he can run a city? It was played everywhere. It was talked about, I was there, it was talked about on buses, it was talked about in cabs. It became the talk of the town. And the night of election night, we got 4 councillors elected, the plurality of the mayor dropped, and 3 weeks later, they ended practice. So I just wanted to say that I guess my message today is that it looks like the barriers that we have are insurmountable, but when you actually, if you actually take the time to figure out what are the bite-sized chunks that you can take, and then put and analyze them and figure out how to work with them, in fact, you can actually make good progress just by figuring out how to press all the right buttons. And so my hope today is that everybody comes away with this feeling that they can really do something. Thank you.
Well, I think that there's a question right there.
This is a kind of a new subject for me. I'm just wondering what a cadaver program is.
It means that it's not very good either, but generally speaking, what they do is they request the bodies of the euthanized dogs and cats from the local shelter. So the animals are already dead, and they do the research on the dead animal as opposed to the live animal. Cummings Veterinary College at Tufts University has a phenomenal program. What they do is the students learn on cats and dogs that come out of the research program. So the animals are removed out of the research program, designated to each student. The students follow those animals through. They don't do any invasive stuff. They look at their teeth, they do all the stuff that you learn as a veterinarian. At the end of the day, they're responsible for finding that animal a home. So every single animal that goes through that program does not die. It's an amazing program, and we've been preaching that program to veterinary colleges across Canada, but they are so stodgy in their approach that it is very difficult to get them to change. Yeah. Okay.
Class B dealers all in all states of the United States still?
What's that?
The Class B dealers are in all states of the United States still, or no?
I don't know whether they function. They're monitored and regulated by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. They're pretty active, and they produce a lot of dogs. So people can come to a Class B dealer with their pet and say, here, take it, we'll do some research on it. I can't imagine doing that, but they do. So the Class B dealers work on all ends. So they produce puppies in the puppy mill business for pet stores, and they supply researchers and whatever else they can make money on. It's equal opportunity business.
you said that you had gone to vivisectors and politicians and university officials and so on and presented a reasonable argument and ethical argument and so on and got nowhere. And then things started to shift when you publicized the issue and shaped it. Do you feel that that's the way to go then in campaigns?
I think it very much depends on the issue. There are times when we've been able to sit down with people, for example, this is on a different issue, but we went to the city of Quebec about Bearmonton, and we met with the deputy minister, and we asked him to end the spring bear hunt. He said, no, I won't do that, but I'll end the fall hunt for you. I mean, we didn't have to do anything, and they just did. He ended bear ball bladders, dogs chasing bears, the whole ball of wax we just did in one meeting. So it very much depends on the issue, but I find with these sorts of issues, and Rob and I've talked about these intransigent, difficult, deeply embedded in society issues, how you make change, is I think by publicizing, shining the light of day on the activities because they can't withstand that. But I think beyond that, we have to begin to figure out how to use politics in a way that begins to teach politicians that there's a consequence at the end of the day for their votes at council, for how they either disregard or actually do good things. And I think in the city of Toronto, people are beginning to understand that. We've had some really progressive moves in that regard. I think with the Short Hills Provincial Park fight, certainly councils in the area of Niagara, the regional council and the local councils all understood this was a political issue. These are people who went out and put an X on the ballot, so they took the right position. And so I think the more we do that, the more we empower animals for change. Yeah.
Sorry, do you have any recommendations for bridge building or outreach in terms of activists and say in the Ontario Vet College or wherever, like those who might test on animals but feel like they don't want to or want to make that change like on a greater scale?
Yeah, well, the reason why we go through this elongated process is because you never come at an issue assuming that somebody's going to be bad about it. I never assumed that Elizabeth Stone or that the university itself was going to be a negative influence in terms of this issue. So we presented a very well thought out, very well written paper. We gave her a year to go through the entire process to talk about it. We went back to her and asked what she had done. We tried to meet with the Ontario Veterinary Medical Association, who have a relationship with the vet college, to see if we could make change. When all of that failed is when we started this other stuff. But I think it's fine, it's really good to reach out to people, to talk to the students. Once we got into the very big, nasty part of the fight, the students were too afraid to talk. So we were able to reach out before then, but once the nasty part of the campaign came, and it got quite nasty, they went to ground, and I don't blame them. I mean, they were, it was pretty hot at the Ontario Vet College. So, yeah.
Why are the institutions and universities so hesitant to change their ways? Is it just because it's expensive? Is it because it's not traditional? Why must they insist on doing the vivisection on live animals and not the alternatives like what you guys are recommending?
That's a really good question because I asked the university, why don't you, we're not asking for the world, we're asking for this one little thing. Why can't you do it? And the reason was, this is really interesting, they're training veterinarians to come and do surgery on our animals. And they said they didn't want to have veterinarians present while the students were doing the surgery because it cost more money. And then if they didn't have the veterinarians there, they didn't know what the surgery was done like and they couldn't recover the animals. So they were prepared to allow the veterinarians to do horrible surgeries on animals because they were going to be killed. And God knows what they learned in doing that process. So they didn't have to have veterinarians present to watch the surgery and make sure it was done properly. So that's the kind of education that was being done at the vet college before we stepped in. I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but I think that's shameful. So I don't think there is really, they're just don't want to change. It's just easier to do it the way they've always done it. And it takes a lot of effort. But I can tell you, within a day they changed. When it came, push came to shove, within a day they changed. They told us it couldn't